You're going through so much pain. You're going through so much agony. You're ready to give up. You're ready to quit. I got one word for you, warrior. Woo! Warrior. Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. Fear is a choice. Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. I want your dream to be so clear that when you wake up in the morning, all you got to do is step in your dream. And the first step for me was seeing something I was not before I was. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. I don't care what happens in your life. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care where you are. Every single day you wake up, if you're going to have energy, if you're going to have passion, if you're going to have drive, every day you wake up, you got to start with that vision. This is a mentality. Like, you got to live this. You got to eat this. Every single thing you do is not a cute saying. It is a way of life. It's got to possess everything you do. It's got to own. There's no reason to have a plan B because a distraction plan A. I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish. I want to see what I can do, what I can be, what I can have. I want to see. I don't want to see what I think I can do. I don't want to see what I think is possible. I want to see what my life would look like if I didn't count the cost. If I was willing to go further than anybody else was willing to do. You can't do anything without faith. It's impossible to accomplish anything without faith. So I need you to believe there is still time. As long as there's breath in your nostrils, as long as you can wake up in the morning, the first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for being on with us tonight. Welcome. Absolutely. You are in the right place. You're here at the right time. And we're excited about the information that you're going to experience over the next few moments. So go right ahead and share the feed. Let everybody know that we are live. We are in color and we are changing the world literally one person at a time. We are changing the scope of how we do everything in communities where people look like us and they come from similar backgrounds that we come from. So here's what I need you to do. Before we get into anything on this call tonight, I need for you to share this information with somebody that you love, somebody that you respect, somebody that you appreciate, somebody that you trust, somebody that you want to see win. I need you to share this information. If you're watching on Facebook, I need you to do a watch party. If you're watching on YouTube, I need you to tag somebody in here. If you're on Instagram, tag someone. If you're watching at yestheforex.tv, I need you to send that link out to somebody that needs a serious change in their life that can absolutely make a major impact on the entire community around you. So welcome again. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for being on with us tonight. I am excited about what you're going to experience over the next few moments. I'm excited that you made it here. I'm excited that someone perhaps who saw this information yesterday or saw this information a little bit earlier today decided to share this with you so that you too could now experience an opportunity for you to step into a new reality of freedom this year, 2020. So if you have not shared this information out, I challenge you, don't sit and wait. Share it right now so that as we get this information to you, you are already making impact on your community. My name is Dr. China Bethley. I'm in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. And tonight we're going to have some dialogue. You're going to communicate with me. I'm going to communicate with you. The way you're going to do that is in the chat box. The way you're going to do that is whether you're on the back end at Zoom or the front end on social media, you're going to communicate. If I say something that resonates with you, I want you to drop in your favorite emoji. I want you to respond. I want you to engage in this experience tonight, because I find that when you physically get engaged into what we're saying, not only do you remember it, but you have an experience that would allow you to tap into it even deeper. So once again, welcome, welcome, welcome to tonight's presentation. I am honored to be your host. My name is Dr. China Bethley. I'm in the beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. And tonight we are talking about freedom. We're putting people in a position to do what we've already tested out, what we've already tried out, what has already been on trial that's no longer on trial, because we have so many people with proven results that we simply want to give you an opportunity to experience what we've been experiencing. So let's dive on in, because I know some of you are here and you may not exactly know why. Somebody that you know, that you love, that you trust, that you respect, that you want to see win, actually invited you to hear some information because their life is changing right before our eyes. And they did not want to do this alone. They did not want to do this without you. They wanted you to be a part of what we have happening right now. And we want you to do the same thing. So our conversation is going to be a little bit different, perhaps, from the conversations that you are used to having on a day-to-day basis. As we are in the month that I call Supernatural September, we're going to talk about some things that's going to allow you to quantum leap this year, 2020, that we're in, to position you in a place that perhaps you thought wasn't possible with the amount of time left. Somebody just type in enough. Somebody type in enough. Somebody type in the chat right now, enough, because I believe many people are saying enough is enough. I believe many people in their lives and what they're dealing with in finances and relationships and their current situation and the social society is saying enough is enough. It is time to get into the driver's seat of my future. It is time to get in the driver's seat of a new reality. Enough of waiting on somebody else. Enough of looking for permission. Enough of waiting for somebody to give me the authority to be who I have already been ordained to be. Enough is enough. Somebody just type that in the chat for me right now. If you are at a point in your life where you're saying enough, it is time to rise up and do things a little bit differently. Because what I want to share with you is that you have enough time to make it happen this year, 2020. You have enough time. I'm not saying we got a lot of time left. We're a little bit over 90 days. We're a little bit over 100 days left in 2020. And regardless to what it's looked like before, regardless to what the past 9 months have displayed in your life, I believe that we're in Supernatural September, a birthing month where the gifts, the visions, and the dreams that God has put on the inside of you. Maybe he didn't put those dreams on the inside of your neighbor. Maybe he didn't give it to your spouse, but he gave you something significant that I believe you can birth in Supernatural September. Yes, it's going to require faith. Yes, it's going to require courage. Yes, it's going to require belief, but I am going to give you a vehicle tonight that you're going to have access to tonight, that you can literally get the keys for tonight, that can take you from where you currently are, regardless to what that position is, regardless to what it looks like financially, regardless to what it looks like around you, that you can take the keys tonight and literally access this vehicle that is already changing the lives of people around the world. So before I go any further, I just want to know, am I talking to the right audience? If I am, I need you to drop ones in the chat. I need you to drop ones in the chat right now. If I am speaking to the right audience, is this the people here tonight that's looking for a vehicle to take them to that place that maybe only God showed you in a dream? Are we talking to the people tonight that need something that's real, that needs something that's going to work for them, that needs something that can prove to them that they have a dream that needs to come to fruition and it can happen? Put some ones in the chat right now, because those ones signify you saying, I am the one. I am the one that was trusted with this vision, with this dream, and I simply just need a vehicle to help me to push it to fruition. So with that being said, I'm going to share this presentation with you. This is what changed my life. 4 years ago, I am blessed to be one of the people, one of the forerunners, one of the pioneers of an industry that's becoming popular. And it excites me. And I got to share this with you before I even share my screen. And as I'm doing this, I'm giving you the time. I'm giving you the time to see that, you know what, she was right. I should have got this person on. She was right. I need to get this person on. She was right. Let me share this to all of my groups. Let me put this on a watch party, because we are looking for something and enough is enough. And we do have enough time, right? So 4 years ago, I was introduced to an industry that is now becoming popular, and it warms my heart. It makes me so excited to see that when God said to do this, even though it didn't make sense to me. right? It did not make sense to me when I was hearing about Forex. It may not make sense to you. Somebody got you here. You don't quite know why they talked about Forex. You still don't really know what that is. That's totally okay. 4 years ago, we were totally oblivious to this world. And there were not the testimonies that there are today. It was not a simple way that a busy mom with 3 kids operating multiple businesses with a husband could really, really see herself doing something like this. But for whatever reason, God saw me and chose me to do something where he literally catapulted us and threw us into the future. So now time is beginning to catch up. And just as we spoke this a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when nobody was talking about this, time is now catching up where you can go on your timeline and you can ask somebody in your community, perhaps somebody in your family, perhaps somebody at your job, what this is, and somebody knows somebody that might have a clue that looks like you. And that's simply because we had to be bold enough and daring enough to do what was not popular to make this popular amongst our people. What I'm going to share with you tonight, though it's still not popular, and though our mission is to make it popular amongst our people, what I'm going to share with you tonight still may be something that you don't recognize. But I just want you to know that it is changing lives already. Hundreds of thousands of people have already said yes to Forex. Hundreds of thousands of people's lives are changing through multiple different facets inside of this space, a space that actually is not even new. So though it is new to most of us in our community, what you need, baby? Go ahead, baby. Okay, baby. Though it is new to most of us in our community, yes, I am a mom. Yes, this is a real person living real life and showing real people how they can do it too, right? Though this is new to us in our community, it's not new. Forex is not a company. It's not this little trend, this little fad, this thing that people are talking about. We actually are late to the party, ladies and gentlemen. We are late to something that has already created billionaires and millionaires around the world amongst communities that don't look like most of ours. And so, yes, this is for everybody, but I'm here for my people today. Yeah, this is for everyone, but I'm here for those that would have never had an opportunity to see something like this, that is changing the scope of the way we do everything. We sit home from the comfort and the convenience of our home, and we press buttons on the phone where we turn pennies into dollars and dollars into hundreds and hundreds into thousands from the comfort and the convenience of our home. And we decided that there was no way with what is happening in the world that we live in today that anybody could leave this information out away from those that they know, away from those that they trust, away from those that they love. So we had to make sure that we shared this information amongst our community because we knew that no one else would. And so I am the one that God chose to bring this information 4.5 years ago to nations and generations around the world. So what I want to do is share a slide with you. For those of you that are visual learners, for those of you that need to see something visually, I challenge you to pull out your pen, your notepads. I challenge you not to put it on a scrap sheet of paper so that you can go back and review what I'm going to say. And I challenge you to be okay with the fact that this information may not make sense to you all in one setting. And I challenge you, before we even go deeper, to get into a space and remember that enough is enough and that we have enough time this year, 2020, to go from where we are to where we want to be. Yes, you need a clear vision, but I got a vehicle that can help you to go there, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides. I own a company called Rich University, and we are founded on 3 solid pillars, ladies and gentlemen. It's very, very simple. Relationships. That is why I urged you in the beginning of this call to share this information. Why? Because this information was shared with all of us. That's how we made it here. We shared information amongst each other through relationships. Result is why we're still here 4.5 years later, and a lot of opportunities are not able to scale to a certain point because the results are very important. They're critically important. If there were no results, 300, 400,000 people would not be a part of this community. If there were no results, no one would still be here 7 years later. I came 4 years ago into this space that I'm going to share with you. Right? But 7 years later, there would not be anyone here. Our mission is to impact nations and generations around the world. Once you see that this is real, once you see that the support is there, once you have access, we want you to help us to achieve our goal of reaching 1 million families around the world. Now, what do we do specifically? We actually provide to you, the person that's listening in right now. I don't care what your educational background is. I don't care where you live, where you're from, what you look like. I don't care how much money you make, whether you're employed or not. Those things do not matter here. This is an even playing field. We provide to you elite levels of education and information, the type of education and information that we never had access to. The type of education and information that we were left out of most of our life that now we have access to. I provide to you elite level of education and information. Here's what I know. I know that most people were taught, and I don't have to know you personally, but I know based on data that 75% of the world's population were taught based on public education and public information. Nothing wrong with it. But I know this to be true because the data tells me that. So I don't have to know you personally to know that most people that's on this call, whether it be Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or YesToForex.tv, you got public information that led you to think a certain way. Would you agree? Put twos in the chat if you would agree. Listen, I went to public school most of my life until my parents could afford to send me to private school. And what I can tell you about private school is that though I went to private school amongst the 22%, there was no guarantees. There was no guarantees that though my parents invested the money that they did, there was no guarantee that I was going to get a particular type of job, that I was going to make a certain kind of money. There was no guarantees that meant that my life was going to be set. So yes, it put me in a position to have access to a higher caliber of people, the type of people that was willing to invest into themselves or who could afford to invest into themselves, but there was still no guarantees. But on tonight, I want to give you access. Somebody say access. I got the keys. I got the keys to give you access to the top 3% of the world's education and information. The elite education and information was something that you could not just be born in a certain neighborhood, so you went to that public school for, or it wasn't something that you could pay for. This was something that you had to be born into. This was information that was passed down through the bloodline. So if what I share with you tonight doesn't make logical sense to you, it's okay. It's okay if it doesn't make logical sense to you. I'm going to put you in a position tonight with what I'm going to share to still tap into it, because this is already working. This is already working. It's already been tested. It's already been tried. It's already been proven. So on the left side of the chart, you see 95% of the world's population. Hey, is everything okay? God bless you. I'll call you when I'm done. Okay, God bless you. I'm a real person. I had to take that. That was Prophet Anthony. Big shouts out to True Light of God Ministry. Okay. So with that being said, the left side of this quadrant, what you're looking at right here, is the cash flow quadrant. The cash flow quadrant breaks down the way money is generated. Money is generated in 4 different quadrants, and most people live on the left side of this quadrant. Watch this. What 95% of the world's population is, who have access to only 5% of the wealth. 95% of the world's population have access to only 5% of the wealth because they got public education and information, and it taught them how to become a good employee. You can fact check me on anything that I share. On anything that I share with you, you can fact check me on. 95% of the world's population are on that side, not because they want to be there. They may not even know that only 5% of the wealth is there. This is your employees and those that are self-employed. Employees are people, obviously, that trade their time for money. There's nothing against employees that are on here. Most people are going to be employees because our educational system teaches you to go to school and get a good education so that you can actually go to college and that you can get a good job, get a degree so that you can get a good job. So the whole educational system led you to become an employee. So there's no shade there. Some of you made it above that point and went to be self-employed, where you went from having a boss to being your own boss. Now, on the left side of money, there's nothing wrong with being there, except that there's just not enough wealth to accumulate there. Only 5%. Right? Here's the thing that blew my mind about the people that are self-employed. People that are self-employed were people like doctors and lawyers. They were in the same category as cosmetologists and the lawn care providers. If the doctor or surgeon didn't show up to do the surgery, the surgeon didn't get paid. And that was the pinnacle of success that I was ever taught. I was taught that if I became a doctor or a lawyer, that I was going to be uberly successful or wealthy, Meanwhile, most of them have a ton of student loan debt to pay back, and in their absence, they cannot get paid. But watch this, on the right side of money, you have 5% of the world's population that's benefiting off of 95% of the world's wealth. 95% of the world's wealth is on the right side of money, and most people don't even have a way to get there. They don't even have a vehicle to take them from being overworked and underpaid to having time freedom and flexibility and financial freedom. As a business owner, this is not a person that just is self-employed because you got a business. This is a person who, in their absence, they can still make money. If you had to take a vacation for a month, or something happened in life that you could not show up for a month, what would happen to your finances? Right? A business owner, business still operates in their absence because they have systems in place. So here's the way this works. Employees work for systems. Those that are business owners have systems that work for them. Those that are self-employed, they work for money. Those that are investors have money that work for them. And my ultimate goal tonight is to take you to the right side of money. Now, what do we offer you? We offer you mentorship. We know that most people were not taught this. And if they were, there was not a curriculum, a support system, a mentor system that guided you along the way in real time. We give you a private community. We have access to several different academies in the money markets, like the Forex Academy, that teaches you what Forex actually is. So when you're hearing Forex, and you're thinking to yourself, I don't even know what that is. It's okay. We were not taught. You're in the right space. We were not taught. But on tonight, we give you access. Remember, I got the keys to give you access to this academy that can teach you how to become successful in this market. So now you're hearing about Bitcoin. Now you're hearing about cryptocurrency. Now you're hearing about all of these altcoins, but you don't fully understand what this means. More importantly, how you can maximize it, right? So now you're hearing about this information. Is it real? Is it legit? Is it this? Is it that? And then what is the source of the information that you're getting? Most people, guess what? They're getting public information. What does that mean? You getting your information from your friend them around the corner them telling you about something, and they don't know no more than you do. So when you say yes to Forex here with us, now you go to premium elite information. So binary options, high frequency Forex is another way that you can trade inside of the market for busy professionals and people that's on the go. Most people are Googling right now, how can I make money from home? It's one of the most popular Google searches. But most people have never been taught, ladies and gentlemen, how to have an online business. We put you in a position to actually learn with our IBO Academy how to have a successful online business and become a digital entrepreneur in 2020. What we have is priceless. So when you partner with us, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get access to learning what Forex actually is. So what is Forex again? Forex is actually an abbreviation. It stands for foreign exchange. So the 4 stands for foreign, and the X stands for exchange. So if you ever travel to another country, one of the first things that you would have to do is exchange one form of currency for another. You go to Europe, you got to exchange your US dollar for the euro or the Great British pound. You go to Mexico, you got to exchange your US dollar for the Mexican peso. Put a 3 in the chat if you've ever traveled internationally. Drop 3s in the chat. Drop 3s in the chat if you've ever traveled to any other country. And at the airport, there's these little kiosks that you have to exchange from that's called currency exchanges. You can also make these exchanges at your bank. So what we do now, without having to travel to another country, is we actually have apps that we download on our phone that allow us to benefit, watch this, from the fluctuations of the market. So we buy when the market is low, and when it goes up, we make money. And we sell when the market is high, and when it goes down, we make money. So we're in a win-win situation that it doesn't matter the type of economy it is, we can still get paid in the market. It's the largest financial market in the world, $6.7 trillion a day. It's a global market, the most liquid market, and it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week from our cell phone. So 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, you can literally pick up your cell phone, experience some of our copy, paste, and profit experiences, or learn how to successfully use some of our multi-million-dollar banking software, and you can get paid from the comfort of your home. Who's trading? The central banks are. Hedge funds, high net worth individuals. And what are the central banks trading? Your money. So now you have an opportunity to get in like the banks. Now, who did we decide to partner with? Well, remember, the name of our company is Rich University. So we had to partner with the best of the best, the creme de la creme. Our partner company is Mastery Academy. Why? Because it's the number one. It's going to get you to the destination that you set out to get to, no matter how big it is. It's the #1 Forex and digital currency educational platform in the world. It is the creme de la creme. It is the premium experience. That means no matter who you are, where you are, what you look like, and what time of day that you have to invest into this, we could help you to win because our back office is state of the art. Our products and tools, we have several different ones for you to choose from. Apps that you download to your phone, multi-million-dollar banking software that you can use, academies with hundreds of videos made available in hundreds of educators that have been vetted out to make sure that you're getting quality and premium experience. Now, you see me standing here next to the CEO of I Am Mastery Academy, Mr. Christopher Terry, a man that has 30 years of experience inside of this space. So listen, I got in this game 4.5 years ago, right? Most people didn't even know what Forex was 10 years ago. So here's a man with 30 years of experience. What that means is that he's not a guy that got in the game because Forex is trending. He's one of the reasons that Forex is trending. This is my personal mentor, someone that I'm honored to even have access to have conversations with about business, about money, about success. This company was founded back in 2013. Currently, we're operating in 120 countries around the world, and we're totally debt-free. We're here alongside the beautiful Isis De La Torre, Christopher Terry's wife, who also has an extensive experience on Wall Street. Well, she was one of the first females to ever have an executive role, as well as my husband, Mr. Logic Mix. So here's what you have here, our private community, what we provide to you: mentorship, support, engagement, live events, online events, as well as recognition. We have the nightclub where my husband is the founder, Mr. Logic Mix, of the Rich University nightclub, where we have 4 times a week an opportunity for you to actually take what you've learned in the academy and begin to apply it in the midst of experts, people who know how to navigate you through the market, where you're going to also get mindset training, because I can tell you your success with trading is not going to just be the skill that you develop, but it's going to also be the mindset that you develop. So you're going to have a live trading experience with someone who is well experienced inside of this market. And his motto is that we get pipsy in the nightclub, not tipsy in the nightclub. And that is a we thing, not a me thing. Now, when you have access to our back office, it's beautiful, it's sleek. You'll go into our Hello Center, which is our IM.Center website, where everything is in one place. This thing is so popular, it is literally high up on the Alexa chart as far as the most frequent websites, right? So what we provide to you, once again, is over 100 full-time educators for you to connect, collaborate, ask, learn, and succeed. We have several different tools and resources for you to choose from, depending on your trading style, that's going to allow you to literally learn how to know what your ABCs are, your 1, 2, 3 shapes and colors. If you know your ABCs, 1, 2, 3 shapes and colors, you can absolutely win using this tool right in front of you, right? So for me, as a busy mom, as a woman that's on the go, a wife operating multiple businesses, I need something that's going to allow me to still grow my money, but that's not going to take a lot of my time. If that's you, put 4s in the chat for me. If that's you, just drop some 4s in the chat. This makes sense in a way that I definitely need to grow pennies to dollars, dollars to hundreds, and hundreds to thousands. That makes sense, right? For everybody that makes sense to put 4s in the chat. But maybe you're wondering where you're going to get the time from to do that. Maybe you're wondering, how am I going to have the time to do this? Well, guess what? With our swipe trade, swipe coin, and gold cup, it allows you to literally copy and paste the trade ideas that's sent to you and paste them into your phone. You can copy the trade ideas that's sent to you and paste them into the apps that we use to trade and set it and forget it. So what does it take to get started? Well, I can tell you right now, it doesn't take the amount of money that you spent on your degree. Not even for 1 semester. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, instead of we saying, hey, one time $3,500 for the year, we give you access for $234 one time, $174 a month for our Forex Academy, High Frequency Academy, which is binary options or digital currency. Or if you want to maximize all the academies, you can spend $324 one time and $274 a month. Either way, we provide you a scholarship. The scholarship allows you to spend $234 one time, but it waives your monthly subscription. Or $324 one time, and it waives your monthly subscription. So the way the scholarship works is, if you invited someone here today, you're already ahead of the game. You're already ahead of the game. If you invited someone here today, you're already ahead of the game, because now they're listening to this information as you are. And when you say yes, guess what? They may say yes as well. So you have 30 days to get your 2 people, but I recommend you get them out of the way quick because I want you to have a stress-free learning experience. I don't want you to take this big old blessing of $6.7 trillion a day and shrink it into your budget and work to say, how can I afford this? Listen, you can't afford not to if you have a money problem. If there's a cash flow issue, we need to change that quickly. And so this positions you to do so with the option for a scholarship. So you refer 2 students and it waives your monthly subscription. Now, some of you are already thinking like a boss. Go ahead and put 5s in the chat. Where my boss is at. 5s in the chat. You're business owner, you're investor minded. You don't want to leave no money on the table. You want to get paid to post. You want to get paid to talk. Where you guys at? Just so that we can identify you. Okay. We allow you to actually become business partners with us. Remember, I told you this gives you an opportunity to be a business owner and an investor. So we teach you how to invest a small amount of money, but we also want to show you how to become a business owner, right? So this allows you to refer, learn, and earn. And we will pay you $25 to $50 to help us to get to our goal, which is 1 million families that we impact. So we know that word of mouth is one of the best forms of advertisement. And so when you help us to get the word out, we pay you. Now, we don't expect for you to teach anyone how to trade. We don't expect for you to have made $1 million in your account before you tell somebody it works. We expect that when you log into your back office and you see you have real access and that you see the state of the art quality information that you have access to and that the videos really work and that we're real people that you can hear from and have support from in our community, we expect that you are going to then say, wow, this is amazing. I'm looking forward to learning. And you may be too. So you might want to check this out as well. And you invite them to the next call. So that puts you in a position to now start to profit share with us and earn $25 to $50 for every successful conversation you have. Right? Now, there is a compensation part that I love. It allows you, the busy mom, the professional, the student, the pastor, the person that's on the go, the dad, right? To start your own home-based business today. This is what I like to call the Forex franchise. That means you get to maximize off this big digital boom that we're in. And you get to be a part of a company that's already proven the test of time. We're not a fly by night. We're not something that's in beta testing, trying it out, hoping that we can get to the market. We've already been through those preliminary stages. So you can feel comfortable putting your name and your reputation in corporation with this company because we got the results to prove it. In fact, Forbes agreed as well. That's why we were just featured in Forbes 2 times in 1 week. So this allows you to become a digital entrepreneur, where as a Platinum 150, you're impacting 3 families and we pay you $150 a month. As a Platinum 600, when your team grows from 3 to 12, you're now getting paid $600 a month. As a Platinum 1000, you're making $30 a month, but we pay you out every week. A Platinum 2000, a Platinum 2000, you're making $2,000 a month for a team of 75. A Platinum 5000, you're making $5,000 a month for a team of 225. How does this happen? Through duplication. Those 3 people, trust me, they're either going to get results from the trading, they're going to grow in their mind, they're going to appreciate the community, and they may just want to be a customer and get a scholarship. But every single time, the people that you impact others, your business grows. And the company rewards you in commissions. The compensation then goes to our chairman positions, guys. Just put 10s in the chat right now. This is the creme de la creme. The world is talking about chairmen. Chairman. This means that you made it. You made it past the distractions. You made it past the people that did not really understand what you were doing. You made it past your own doubts. You made it past that imaginary fear. And you got to a point where you've impacted. Come on, somebody. 500 lives. And the company rewards you, watch this, with $10,000 a month in residual income. Currently, we have over 400 people who occupy a chairman 10 position or higher. This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, chairman 25 means that you kept going. You got to 1,250 people. Will it be easy? No. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. But you got to choose your heart. For me, it would be hard to get up and go to a job every day around people that I don't like or don't like me, to do something I don't feel like doing no more. Every single day to be underpaid. To me, that's hard to live a life like that. Right? So yes, you're going to grow. Yes, you're going to develop. And yes, you're going to have support. Chairman 50 means that you've impacted 2,500 lives. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the position that my husband and I currently have. We hold that position and we're a sneeze away from Chairman 100, which is $100,000 a month. Why? Because we kept going. We didn't stop. We kept going. $100,000 a month that's paid out to you every single Friday. The compensation plan really is off the charts. The highest position is not even shown here. But if you can't wrap your mind around that, I don't know if you're going to be able to wrap your mind around more. We said yes to Forex and we believe that you should do. So what do you do now? It's simple. You get back with the person that invited you. You let them know what you like most about what you heard. You tell them that you're ready to get started. You may have questions, or you may be like me, where you can't even articulate the question. I couldn't even articulate questions. But what I knew was in my spirit, I needed to do something different. And what I knew is that even though the world was foreign to me 4.5 years ago, before we had results and testimonies of people paying off debt and leaving their jobs and purchasing homes and buying cars cash, before we had all of that, there was something that leaped on the inside of me. And I'm so grateful that I did not miss the opportunity. Some people are going to miss opportunities because they're all in their head, working to figure it out. Guys, you know, to the level that you are right now, if you're going higher, then chances are you're going to go into some unfamiliar territory with information that you don't know and don't understand. However, that's where the next level is. And if you're ready to go higher, I challenge you to drop 7s in the chat right now. Drop 7s in the chat right now if you're ready to go higher, to new heights and new levels. Whoever connected you to this information, DM them right now and just say thank you. Thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you for not leaving me out. Thank you for thinking of me. And get started. Get started, not now, but right now. We are looking forward to welcoming you on the inside of our Rich University community. So get with them, get in position so that we can welcome you to the best decision of your life. Thanks so much for being on, guys. God bless you all. Have a great night, and we'll see you on the inside. For those that are already in, get ready for nightclub. It's coming up in less than 30 minutes. You already know we getting pipsy in the nightclub and not tipsy. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon.